Well, today's deadly police shooting shows exactly what officers are up against. Downtown shootings are rare, but that's not the case in other parts of the city.
In fact, 2013 is shaping up to be a violent year. So the I-Team's Jermont Terry hit the streets to see what police and neighbors are facing on Milwaukee's mean streets. Jermont.
Carol and Mike, we found criminals with guns, flying bullets, and scared neighbors. The combination is making the streets more dangerous. Many of you are reaching out to the I-Team asking what's being done to stop the violence. In order to figure out how we should fix the problem, the ICE team spent 2 weekends overnight in the main streets to see the problem. A Friday night.
Hey, go on and get them in the house. You got shots fired around here.
A familiar sound echoes. Another person falls victim to the mean streets of Milwaukee.
Shot in the back 3 times.
The I-Team's on the front line as crews try saving the wounded and the plague of gun violence. Bullets are flying. More than 450 people shot on Milwaukee streets so far this year.
Y'all know it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'm not fazed by it.
But homeowners who dodge bullets are fazed, even terrified.
It's sad to not feel safe or secure in your neighborhood.
Barbara Smith calls the Yamani neighborhood in the 5th District home.
People running by shooting, vehicles rolling past shooting.
She doesn't want to give up hope, but admits it's hard not to.
We feel lost.
Right in Barbara's neighborhood in MPD's 5th District, 145 people have been shot so far this year. That exceeds the total number of victims in all of 2012. The city has seen just less than 90 murders so far in 2013. 80% of those killed were gunned down in the streets. People like Barbara contemplate moving out.
Because moving does not solve the problem.
So who exactly is working on the problem? Church leaders suggest trading guns for gift cards.
A gun buyback program could be a real option for Milwaukee.
The mayor just signed a budget which adds more than 100 officers to these streets, but they'll need training first.
20 shots fired.
20?
20. 2-0.
So the I-Team hit the mean streets overnight for 2 nights with officers Tory Lee and Brad Schley, just to see what they're up against.
So as you approach 25th and Hadley, officers can explain to me what you guys are preparing for.
A gunfight to protect our lives or somebody else's.
Minutes later, we're on scene.
Hey, that's actually a live round.
The shooters are long gone, but there's clear evidence of a gun battle.
That's possibly a bullet hole there.
They find several bullet holes in one house and even a loaded magazine clip linked to a gun similar to this. But cops didn't get a single call.
And what does that say? That the community is a little complacent or scared? I would probably say a little of both. You know, they grew accustomed to it. It's like the norm.
Just as normal as the next call on a different night.
Person shot in the back 3 times.
We come across a guy bleeding on the curb. Someone shot him 3 times. Paramedics work to save his life as police tape off where the bullets came from. That's where pain sets in for another family.
You telling me my son may be dying?
No, I said he's been shot.
And here's another problem just as serious.
Ladies, where are y'all coming from? The later it get, the more dangerous it get out here for kids.
And yet we find this 16-year-old boy walking alone.
I ain't worried.
Why aren't you worried?
I'm just not.
He realizes he could end up like his 3 friends who all fell victim to these mean streets this year.
Shot.
In the streets of Milwaukee.
Yes.
You don't want to end up that way, do you?
No.
But yet these teens roam the dangerous streets alone.
What is going on with the parents? Why are the parents letting them out?
Don't necessarily have to be a bad kid. It could just be a bored kid.
Or a kid who doesn't value his life.
If it's your time, you can't stop that.
But you can prevent yourself from being in a situation walking at 1 o'clock in the morning.
True. You gotta go with us, we're gonna take you home, okay?
Officers Lee and Schley give this kid a lift home. The hope is on this night they kept someone else from becoming a victim in the mean streets of Milwaukee. Now, the mayor was asking for $500,000 for more cops. The state would not pay for it. So he found the money in his budget, and the first round of officers will hit the main streets by the end of summer 2014. I should point out that I think one neighbor really summed up this crime problem the best. She said, what we need most are police, parents, politicians, and some praying to clean up these mean streets.
Combination of all those things. Difficult for the neighbors and a tough job for police.
You got that right.
Yeah, very much so. Thank you, Jermont.